Good morning, evening, or night, Verblingites. My name is Holly, and I'm here to help you practice your English. Today, we are actually going to cover describing workers. So we will actually talk about different character traits. So that's what the topic is today. So I hope you can all come. And oh, cool, we've got Cornell and we've got Ali.
Yeah, hi, Holly.
Welcome, everybody. So I'm going to stop the screen sharing for a little bit. So how are you guys today?
I'm okay, thank you. And you?
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Sorry I started this class a little late because I was having so much fun in the last class, and then I looked at the time. It said 12:01. Oh no! So anyway, Ali, how are you today?
I'm fine. How are you, everyone? This is Ali. I'm glad to share this class.
It's nice to see you again, Ali.
Me too.
Yeah. And you are from, remind me again.
I think Saudi Arabia.
Sorry, that's what I was going to say that, and then I thought, no, because I think there's two Alis, I think, at least, studying with Verbling, and I am confused sometimes. But anyway, let's I thought we'd do today now is go over describing workers, which is a little bit of business English. So so since this is business English, I thought I'd also ask everybody, what do you do? So, oh, hi, Ellen. For some reason, my computer video has stopped. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw screen sharing failed to start. Okay.
Your video is on the order.
Okay, the video is on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to screen share and it's failing to start. Did I upload this handout to you guys? Let me see if I did. Okay. Looks like it didn't. My computer's.
Holly, we can hear you. Holly. Are you still on the line? Where is she, guys? Holly, we can hear you. Are you still on the line?
Hello.
Anybody hear you?
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, something happened.
Maybe your computer have cyber crime.
Yeah, maybe there was cybercrime. Exactly. That was my last class. So maybe a criminal, went and said, "Oh, let's go ahead and attack her computer." Why not? And I did give that my blog address, so maybe somebody got in there and.
Was it a previous topic?
Yeah, that was the previous topic. The previous class was cybercrime,
Yeah.
and so maybe that's what happened. Or this is my third class, and I'm learning. I learned last weekend that it's better to change browsers after 2 classes at least. So I think that's what happened. But I got on it wasn't really my internet connection. It was the computer. I got a blue screen with the browser. So there's something wrong with the browser. So all right. So Giulietta, is that how to say your name? Giulietta?
She's a new student, I think.
I think.
Yeah. She must
Can
be
you hear us? So okay. So Alan, how's everything in Hong Kong? Alan? Can't hear you. Okay, and then Ali is in Saudi Arabia. Bashak is in Alabama, and she's from Turkey. And Cornell is in Hungary. And Gioletta, where are you from?
Hi, good
Hi.
morning. I'm from Italy.
Where are you from?
Italy.
Italy. Welcome.
Thank
Welcome. So, and hopefully Alan will be back. I think he must have had his own problems. Isn't that fun a bit with technology? We might all have run into some type of problem. So, hi Araceli, how are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm
Very
Jess.
good. Very good. It's nice to see everybody. I'm starting to see a lot of returnees, and so let's see if we can. I can screen share today for this lesson. It's a pretty much a vocabulary lesson. What we're going to do is we're going to work on vocabulary words that describe workers, and it really we could take off the workers and we could put describing people, because you can also find the same words just on people in general. Okay, so what I'd like you guys to do as a group, and I will be your secretary and I will write things down. But what I'd like you guys to do is look at or it says study the following adjectives and put them into the correct categories below. Now, did I actually add this to the course? No. Do you guys want me to go ahead and upload the PDF for you guys?
You can send us the link in the chat box. Maybe
I don't have a
that's easier.
link. I don't have a link, but I figured out how to do it the last class. So what I will do, where's today's class? This is the midnight one. What I will do is I will upload the file. It's a PDF file, and then you guys can download it. And what you have to do is go to that page and just refresh your computer or refresh your browser, and then you will find it there. So bear with me a moment and I'll get to it. So basically what you need to do is go to refresh here. Just press on this, and then down here you'll find it. So if you guys want to have that. So anyway, let's go ahead and start. We've got. I'm going to go ahead and I will read these words, and so that we can get the correct pronunciation. And if you want to repeat after me, you're welcome to. It's up to you, and you can also put yourself on mute as well. But the first word is arrogant. The second word is bossy, bright, careless, creative, decisive, hardworking, incompetent, loyal, productive, punctual, respectful, rude, and strict. Okay, so are there any words here that you guys do not know?
The first word, teacher. Arrogant.
Arrogant. Okay,
Arrogant.
arrogant, basically what the arrogant is you're basically overly proud of yourself.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so somebody who is arrogant thinks and believes that they are better than everybody else. And it's kind of what I would say, it's a false confidence.
Oh.
So, and that is one way to explain what that is.
Arrogant.
Okay, does that make sense?
Bossy coming from boss?
Yes, it's coming from boss.
Huh.
And a bossy person is usually a person who is not. They tell everyone what they should do, but they are not in the position. They're not the boss. They're not in the position. For example, if any of you guys are parents or your uncles or aunts, when a child gets to be about 4 or 5, they start to be really bossy, and they're telling everybody what to do. At least in my country. I don't know about yours, but in my country, the children of 4 and 5 years old can be very bossy. So, at least in my family. So.
How about decisive?
Decisive. Okay.
Decisive.
Decisive. Yeah, it comes from the word decision.
Decision.
It's from the word decision, and a person who is decisive makes quick decisions. And so that person is able to doesn't. I mean, they still think about things, but they make it quickly. They think quickly. So, any other words?
Incompetent.
Incompetent. Okay, that is opposite. Hi, Roxana. Incompetent is opposite of competent. And a competent person is a very smart and capable of doing what they need to do. Okay, but an incompetent person, if you're incompetent, yeah, it's opposite. You can't. Basically, you don't do the job well. So unfortunately, I had some incompetent bosses at my last job. They didn't know how to do their job. So, any other words?
Can I see that's worker, not that's worker, or some colleague, my colleague incompetent?
Say that again.
Can I see that? I mean, can I see if I have remote? If can I see he's incompetent?
Yes. If you think someone does not do their job well, or doesn't understand what they're doing, you can say, "Man, he's really incompetent," or "She's really incompetent." And you can probably never tell that person. It is not something that you would tell a person, but you would definitely communicate that to your boss, that you feel that person is incompetent. And maybe they're only incompetent in that job. Maybe they're very good at something else. For example, when I was in graduate school, I worked at a bank. and
Yeah.
I worked there less than 20 hours a week, and I went to school, and I was not very good because I never really learned the job. And so many people thought I was incompetent when in reality I just never learned the job. But if I would have worked full time for several weeks, then I would have been a very competent bank teller.
Yeah.
So
It depends the experience,
yeah, it does. It
isn't it?
does. For some people it depends on experience. They're incompetent at first, and then they learn and they are trained and they're fine. Other people they're still incompetent 20 years later. So
Yeah.
it just depends on what it is. Okay. Are there any other words you guys do not know? Okay, so since nobody is saying anything, I assume everybody knows everything. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put these adjectives into categories. There's qualities, and then there's flaws. Okay, do you guys know what these two words mean? Quality and a flaw.
Quality is knowledge
Quality is knowledge. What is a
Knowledge.
flaw?
of something, and then the quality is ability.
Flaw.
A failure.
Flaw is more of a failure. It is something none of us want to know about our flaws. We all have flaws, but we don't want to hear about them. But a quality is usually something a good characteristic. It's a positive characteristic. And a flaw is a negative characteristic or a negative behavior. So, okay, so where would you put qualities and where would you put flaws? So, what do you think? Okay, let's start. Let's just systematically go through. We'll start with Cornell.
Yeah.
Choose one word and tell me where it belongs, whether it's a quality or a flaw. While I get my writing tool ready.
My choice is punctual.
Excuse me?
Punctual.
Punctual. Okay. Is that a quality or a flaw?
Qualities.
I'm sorry?
Qualities.
Qualities, yes.
Yeah.
Punctual. Okay. And could you remind us what punctual means? Can you describe that word for us?
Yeah. It belongs to being arrive on time, for example, and keep the deadline and something like that.
Exactly. Somebody who arrives on time and who's always keeps their deadlines. Perfect. Okay. And
On time.
excuse me?
On time. Coming in
On time.
his work.
Yes. On time. On time. Okay. And Giulietta, how do I say your name?
Giulietta.
Giulietta. Okay, Giulietta. Can you choose a word and put it in the correct category?
Incompetent.
Okay.
It's a flaw.
Is it a quality or a flaw? It's a flaw.
A flaw.
Yeah. Okay. Incompetent. Okay. And now Bajak.
Creative.
Okay. And where would that be?
It's a quality.
It's a quality. Okay. Since we have not used that word yet, could you explain to us what it means?
If you are a person who comes up with good different ideas, it
Mm-hmm.
means you are a creative person.
Okay. So if you come up with unique and different ideas, perfect.
Yes.
Thank you, Bashak. Okay, Aratheli, can you choose a word?
And bossy, it's a flaw.
Okay, what was that word? Bossy. Okay,
Bossy.
bossy. Okay, bossy is a flaw. Yes. Okay, and Ellie.
Yes. Strict. Strict quality.
Strict is a quality. Let's talk about that because it's positive and or negative. Let's.
No, it's negative because my boss, he is a tough boss.
Mm-hmm.
Strict boss.
So you consider it a flaw or a
I think flaw.
flaw? Okay. What do the rest of you guys think? Do you agree with Ellie? Is it a flaw or is it a quality?
I think most of the time it's a flaw, but in certain situations it's important to be strict.
Yeah. Like for example, in your job, Artheli, don't you need to be strict?
Sometimes, not all the time. I think it depends on the situation and who are you working with. In my job, I'm a teacher, so sometimes if the students
Yeah.
are not being doing their duties, you
Uh-huh.
have to be strict.
Yes.
But
Exactly.
most of the time, I try to be more friendly to them.
Hmm. Yeah, so I think that it is a flaw, that it can also be a quality, personally, depending on the role. So Araceli is the best example because she is a teacher to teenagers, and teenagers need strict teachers, at least at the first part of the year, so that they will um, um, so that they will follow what is being told. So it's to me, it's a quality and it's a flaw. So next person, Ellie.
Job.
What word? Oh,
Next word. Okay, hold. Decisive.
decisive. Okay, is that a quality or a flaw?
No, quality. Decisive.
Okay, quality. Okay, and remind everybody what decisive means. Do you remember? You can read my notes up here at 12:15. I said it, or whatever time 15. 15 after the hour. I said it. I wrote it.
Decision.
Yeah.
Coming from decision.
Yeah, so makes quick decisions. Somebody who's decisive makes quick decisions. Okay,
Yeah.
Salvatore, welcome. What country are you from, Salvatore?
Aioli, Italy.
Italy. Okay, welcome.
Thank you.
And so, in your opinion, can you choose a word and put it in whether it's a quality or a flaw?
Uh, Hardworking, quality.
Quality, exactly. Okay, and describe hardworking for all of us.
Hardworking is a worker that when work well because he made well that the things he created.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, so basically, who's hardworking, they work hard and they do things. Yeah, they get things done. They're productive. Okay, excellent. Thank you, Salvador. Cornell,
Thank you, teacher.
you're welcome. Cornell, can you choose another word?
Uh, Careless.
Careless. Okay, which one is
Careless.
that? Is that a quality or a flaw?
Second on floor.
Okay, and could you describe to us what that means?
Yeah, careless. For example, I think who is not able to take care of the environment and mm, yeah, for example.
Okay. Well, it's actually somebody who I mean they don't care about anything. So they don't do anything well. Most people, a careless person, a careless worker, does their job um, less than 100% because they don't care. An idiom is their work is half ass. Opposite of thoughtful, yeah, in some respects it would be like that. But it's even more than opposite of thoughtful because a thoughtful person is thinking about others, but a careless person doesn't care about the work that they do. The work they do is never and never they don't even care. They don't care to be perfect. They don't try to be perfect. They don't try to do their job very well. So next one. Giulietta, I'm sorry, Giulietta.
Yeah. Loyal. It is a quality.
Which one?
Loyal.
Loyal, okay. And could you remind us what loyal means, Giulietta?
Someone who you can trust.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Loyal workers are the
Honest.
best. Yep. Okay, somebody who's trustworthy and honest. Perfect. All right. And Bashak, can you choose a word?
Rude.
And where is that at?
They are they're the people who doesn't act in a good way.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is it a quality or a flaw?
It's flaw.
Okay. So they just don't. They're basically a rude person. That's weird. A rude person is not polite.
Yes.
Something's weird with my computer.
Yeah, and the rude is very negative behavior.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very negative. My computer's not wanting to write it down though. Oh,
You got
anyway.
your computer getting cyber crime.
Cybercrime, or it's getting tired because if you notice, I've been teaching a lot lately, so I think it's telling me, give me a break. So there's a couple days next week I will not be teaching. So
Okay.
anyway, let's go on.
It's perfect.
Yeah, is it? It's rude. Rude. Rude.
No.
But it's actually rude, but the way it's written. Next word. Araceli, can you choose a word?
Arrogant.
Okay, and where would that be?
It's a flaw.
It's a flaw. I agree. So could you remind everybody what an arrogant person is?
Yes, it's a person who is showing off, who is very proud of himself or herself.
Mm-hmm. And overly proud. Yes, exactly. Sometimes Americans are accused of being arrogant just because of the way our culture is in some countries. So, okay, Ellie, could you choose one?
Okay. I think
I think
Bright.
bright. Yeah. Where's that at?
Quality.
Quality. Okay. And what? Can you describe what bright would be?
To do something shine.
Yeah, to shine. And some a person who is bright is very, very, very intelligent.
Yeah.
So okay.
Or very clear.
Excuse me.
Very clear.
They well, they are able to communicate very clearly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And Bashak.
Yes.
What about? I think we've got one more left. Can you choose the word? It's this one.
Respectful.
Oh, we've got two more. Respectful. Which one is that? A flaw or a quality?
It's a quality.
Okay, excellent. And what does that mean?
How can I explain? I don't know.
Okay.
Respectful.
Polite.
Yes, you can say polite.
That might be the best. Okay. Julieta, can you choose? I think it's the last one. We have it done.
Productive.
Okay, and where would that be?
It is close to hardworking.
Okay.
Someone who work and produce a lot of work.
Very good. Yeah, so a hardworking person is also very productive. So that would be in the qualities. Excellent. Okay. Now describe each person below using the adjectives above. Some of the workers can be described with two adjectives. Okay. And so as Salvatore, can you read number 1?
Yes, yes. Clara is always at her desk when I arrive. She is never late for work.
Okay, so she's always at her desk when she arrives. So say
Arrive.
arrive. Good. She's never late for work. So you can say she is what?
She is punctual.
Yeah, so she is punctual. Can you say that?
Punctual.
Punctual. Okay, perfect. And Ali, could you read the number 2?
Yes. Zara is always very polite with the company's visitors, but she's makes lots of mistakes in her emails.
Okay, so that would be 2, I think.
Yeah. Incompetent. She is incompetent.
I would say she's careless.
Yeah.
So careless means she's not checking her emails.
Yeah.
So therefore it's not 100%. So she's careless, and so she's very polite with the company's visitors. So what would she be?
Incompetent.
Polite would be, actually she's respectful. If you're polite, you're respectful. Okay.
And could be incompetent because of some mistakes in her emails.
True, but I would say that incompetent, in this respect, she makes lots of mistakes in her emails because she's not checking her emails, and so she's not doing her job completely. So therefore, she's careless.
Yeah, you are right, but it depends on manufacturers.
True, and it also depends on because all we know is she makes mistakes in her emails. She might do more things, so she might be incompetent in her job.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right. Okay, Abdul. Cornell, could you read that about Abdul?
Yeah. Third one, Abdul is able to do the work than the rest of the staff in the same amount of time.
Okay.
Hardworking.
Okay, hardworking is a works. Abdul is, but what is the result of his hard work? Does anybody know? If he's hardworking, what does that make him?
Productive.
Productive. So
Yeah.
he's doing his work in this. He's doing more work than the rest of the staff, which means he's very productive. Okay. Number 4, Julieta, could you read that?
Tony would never quit his current job. His company is like his family. He's always ready to work overtime and even on weekends.
Cool. Tony's the type of worker most bosses want. So what kind of worker is he?
He's hardworking.
Okay, hardworking, and what else?
Loyal.
Loyal.
Hmm.
And the reason because his company is like his family. So he's hardworking because he's always ready to work overtime and even on weekends, but because his company is like his family, he's loyal. Okay. Next one. Bashak, could you read that one?
Michelle never hesitates when she has to make an important decision.
Okay.
And she is decisive.
Decisive.
Decisive. Yes.
Yeah. So there's decision, but then we say decisive with that word. Okay. Number 6, and we have Araceli.
Brian likes to give orders to everybody in the office. He also thinks he's better than everybody else. Brian is bossy and arrogant.
Perfect. Brian is bossy and arrogant. Okay. And Salvador, could you do the last one? Or Al? I'm sorry, Ali. No, Ali, have you done one?
Yes.
You
Just
have.
to do
Okay.
it.
Salvador.
Okay. Paolo works hard, but he doesn't have the skill necessary to do his job properly.
Okay. So Paolo is
hardworking,
he's hardworking, but it's another
but
word.
he is mm, but he doesn't
Opposite of
I don't
competent.
Yeah, well, you were not here when we talked about this word, so so Paolo is hardworking, but he's incompetent.
incompetent.
Yeah, so incompetent person doesn't. It's not that they don't try to do their job well. It's just that they just don't have the skills to do their job. So
Doesn't improve your job,
no,
right, teacher?
yeah. So we're this one up here. She is careless and respectful. She makes lots of mistakes. That's because she's not reading her emails before she sends it. So she's being careless. But somebody who's incompetent, they'd read the emails and still send it, and not see the mistakes. So, okay, now match the adjectives on the left with their opposites on the right. So let's start with Ali.
Yes, shoot. Go ahead.
Okay. So hardworking, which one is the opposite?
Hardworking, careless. There is careless here. Lazy. Letter B.
Lazy, yes.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay. And then Araceli. Arrogant. What is opposite?
Arrogant is the opposite of the modest.
Modest, yes. Productive. What is opposite of that, Bashak?
I don't know the meaning C. Lenient.
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 Lenient. C is a person who is lenient is you'll get it once it's not productive. I'll just tell you that. And you'll get it because the only way I can describe it is by saying the word in the other column. So
Slow.
productive, and the opposite of that is slow. Yes, G. Okay. Decisive. As Julieta.
Could be lazy. It could be lenient.
No, it's not lazy or lenient.
Hesitant.
Hesitant. Yeah, it's hesitant because remember, somebody who's decisive makes decisions quickly. Somebody who is hesitant doesn't do anything quick. They hesitate. They go, should I do this? Should I not? And so they think back and forth. So, okay. Let's go to the next. Rude. Cornell.
Polite.
Polite, yes. Exactly. Okay, and Salvador. Careless. What's opposite of careless?
Careless. Lenient.
No, not lenient.
Frog.
And that's actually pronounced, if everybody wants to repeat, it's pronounced thorough.
Frog.
Thorough.
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 Frog.
Thorough. And so see, we already said earlier that the careless lady would write emails but not read it through and send it, right? And she would have mistakes. Somebody who is thorough maybe will read the email 3 times before they send it. Okay, so a thorough person does everything 150% or 200% of their effort. Their effort is they do everything. We say in English that a thorough person dots every I and crosses every T, because they put a dot on the I and across the T.
Teacher, sorry, attention.
Yeah, very attentive. That's a good one. That's a good word. They are attentive to details. Where a careless person doesn't care about the details.
Okay.
They do their work half-assed, and they don't do it well, and they don't care. So, okay.
I understand. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, and Juliet, can you figure out strict? What would be the opposite of strict?
Strict?
Yeah. I'll give you a hint. It's a word that I didn't describe. That Bashak asked about earlier.
Maybe lenient?
And lenient, yeah. It is lenient. So basically a person, and the reason I didn't describe it because it's the only way I can explain lenient is a person who is not strict.
Yeah.
So Araceli, if you have a teacher in a high school who starts out the year being very lenient, does it go well for the teacher?
Not usually, because you have to be careful, because if you are very lenient, maybe the students are starting to you are showing them that you are not going to punish them if they don't treat you well, if they don't do their homework.
Uh-huh.
So if you start being lenient the first day, maybe in 2 months you are going to be in a lot of trouble.
Trouble with the kids. Okay.
Mhm.
So now, is it the good teachers that start out very strict and by the end of the year they're fairly lenient?
Well, more or less, it depends of the personality of everyone, but
Uh-huh.
we have like a saying here, it's like you have to be from September to April like a policeman or something.
Uh-huh.
It's difficult to translate this saying, but it's
Yeah.
like that. You
Uh-huh.
have to be like a policeman till April, and then okay, it's up to you.
Okay, and then at the end of the year you may be lenient, but it does depend on the teacher and the personality of the classroom. Okay, thank you. Okay, so number 8, outgoing. So what would that last one be? Would be
Reserved.
reserved, yeah. You know what's funny is I am actually a very reserved person. But when I was living in Finland, everybody thought I was outgoing because the Finnish personality is very reserved. So I was outgoing because I was American. It was pretty funny. So, okay. So where are we as far as time? Okay, we have just a little bit of time. Okay, so think about these people for a minute. A boss, a secretary, a salesman, an accountant, a marketer. Okay. What character or features should or shouldn't they have in particular?
Just quick question, Holly.
Yeah.
What does marketer mean?
A marketer. Okay, that's another
The
word.
trader? Trader?
Usually a marketer is a person. There's several words that several ways people might be using this, and I'm not sure. It could be a salesman.
Yes, yeah, okay.
Okay, or it could be somebody in advertising,
Yeah.
which is they're very close. So it could be either one of those. Okay, so why don't we do it this way? Salvador, you take boss, and Cornell, why don't you take a marketer since you asked about it?
Yeah.
So I guess it wouldn't be a salesman because we've got salesman here, so it would be somebody in advertising. And Julieta, why don't you take a secretary?
Mhm.
And Bashak, why don't you take a salesman? And Ali, why don't you take an accountant? And then a marketer would be by Cornell. And then Araceli, I have a new one for you. You can tell us about a teacher. So what are the characteristics of above that they should and shouldn't have? We can use these words. Okay. Who wants to tell us first? And we only have a few minutes, so we might not even get to you.
Yeah. First,
Uh-huh. You're fine.
yeah, and counting should be strict.
Okay.
Not, yeah, to avoid any faults or to avoid any missing something very important. Because counting, especially for money or for account money or like that.
Okay. And also an accountant should be thorough because they have to have be attentive to detail as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. And Bashak.
Yes. A salesman should be respectful
Mm-hmm.
and of course should be lenient
Mm-hmm.
and maybe he shouldn't be careless.
Okay, that's true. Should not be careless. Yeah. And also, I think in my opinion, salespeople should be decisive.
Decisive.
decisive. They should be able to make decisions quickly. Because if their clients or their customers ask them, can you do this? They have to say yes or no very quickly. So, okay. All right, and RFLE, could you tell us what are the characteristics a teacher should have?
I think from that list, you should be hardworking, decisive, because in many situations you have to take quick decisions. Strict, we have talked about that, and also about your personality. I think it's important that you are an outgoing person and polite, because you have to deal with many different people, and it's important your ability to deal with people. And also there is another adjective, I think it's not there, creative.
Yes, that is, and it's up here actually. It's on this further up on the page. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's very important to be creative being a teacher.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Repeat all the time the same thing.
Yes.
So.
Yes, thank you very much. All right, and Julieta, I don't remember what I gave you, so.
Secretary. A secretary should be thorough, hardworking, productive, and then punctual, and loyal.
Thorough, hardworking, punctual. I think they need to be decisive too, but I think everybody should be decisive. So I think personally it's a quality that I really admire. So okay, Cornell, do we have time? Okay,
yeah,
we do.
I am marketer, salesman, advertise. Man, I think the most important characterism is hardworking, productive, decisive, and slow.
Decisive and what? And slow?
Yeah, no, H. Above slow. Yeah.
Thorough?
Yeah.
Thorough. Okay, thorough.
Yeah, thorough and should be polite.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, Salvador. How about a boss? What should the boss be?
Boss should be hardworking, because I think that the boss he gives a good example for people that work in his company. Should be decisive. Should be polite, because is better if in a company there is a good relationship with workers and boss for work better.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, it looks like we're out of time. We do have a couple more pages that you guys can go through, so please download this from the site, and then you will, again, there's I've included the keys so you can check your answers. Okay. And thank you very much for your participation today, and I hope you learned a lot and got some practice speaking as well. All right, and I'm taking another class. I think the next class is I think it's also business English. Yeah, next class is your products and services. So if you want to talk about your company and the job, the work that you guys do in your job, this would be the class to go to. So, okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you, teacher. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
See you.
Bye. Thank you.